Hi guys, welcome to my patio. So Romeo and I live in a fourplex. So it's 4 homes. It's all joined together. We have this patio area outside that the chairs have given out. There's not much furniture out here to sit. Other little garden stuff that I think from older tenants, but it's landscaped beautiful. So I feel like with like a little style and a little tender loving care, it could be really, really cute, and then we could all enjoy it. For this patio makeover, we are going to be DIYing our own patio chairs with HART Tools. Upping my woodworking skills. I've been really trying to learn and experiment, and I've been absolutely enjoying it. So a special thank you to Walmart and HART Tools for sponsoring this build today. I'm so excited to show you all of the tools that I've been using lately. So let's head inside and I'm going to show you kind of my ideas for the patio chairs, and we're going to get started building. I have been loving this style of chair. It's a very blocky shape. Love the heaviness to it, and I love this, just the overall look and design. So I think that that's going to be perfect for the patio. I have actually seen other DIYers actually make something similar, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. The tutorials that I was seeing was making the chair look too tall and too confined, and I wanted it low and relaxed. So I went from not knowing much about woodworking and doing my first project to, oh, I'm just gonna make my own plans. And that's exactly what I have been working on. I'm super excited to share it, and I'm super excited to find out if it's actually going to work. So here is a complete shopping list of all of the things that you're gonna need, so you can screen cap it if you're interested in making one of these chairs too. So my measurements are all based on the cushions. I opted to use existing cushions and then just make new covers for them because I felt like that was like an easy, attainable, maybe less expensive option. You can reuse the cushions that you have on your porch or outdoor area right now, or you can thrift them or something like that. So I actually picked these up from Walmart, and they were the perfect kind of size and deepness that I was looking for, and then we're gonna simply just recover them to go with the look that we're going for. We are gonna be cutting all of our wood first, and we're gonna be using the HART circular saw. I actually really like it because it's cordless. So you use a battery, so you don't have to have some cord coming out of your house, and it's a whole situation. And their batteries also go into the drill. It's like universal battery system, so you can use it on all of their products. So it's really cool. So we're gonna start by cutting all of the pieces for the frame of the actual chair first, and I'm gonna leave them all on the screen so you know exactly what cuts we need. We are going to be drilling pocket holes in some of the pieces because I really want this to have a finished look. I don't want to see many screws. To do that, we are going to be using our HART drill and a pocket hole maker. All of your 27.5-inch pieces need pocket holes. So you're going to have 4 of your 2x4 by 27.5 inches long. Also your 2 2x2s at 27.5 inches long. So you're gonna have 6 pieces total. Love this set of drill bits that I got because it keeps it all in a container together, and I never have to go searching for a bit. Slide it in here. Then we're gonna be drilling down on A and C. You're gonna have nice little pocket holes, and then just make sure you're doing them on the same side. I messed up before and flipped my thing over and put them on this side. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. And then just the 2x2 just needs 1 hole. I'm gonna lay it out so you guys can actually see what the frame is supposed to look like. Your 30.5, that's your top. That's where your arm goes. 2 20.5s are your sides. 1 of your 27.5s here in the middle, and then your other 27.5 is bottom. Your 27.5 that's a 2x2 is going to be an extra support for your arm and how we attach it to the side. So, oh my god, you guys, it's all fit. It all fits, it all fits, it all fits. So all of the screws and things that you're gonna need to put this whole chair together: 2.5-inch construction screws, 2.5-inch exterior pocket hole screws, 1.5-inch brad nails, pocket hole fillers, the wood ones, so that it looks like nothing was ever there. Attach the armrest to this brace that we have, and you want to make sure that the pocket holes are up. Next up, we are going to attach the side to the bottom and also the middle seat part. now it's just about putting the two sides together. So you're gonna be using your 24.5-inch pieces. You should have 3 2x4s left, pocket hole screws as well, but I just want to kind of show you where they're going to go. So one is going to go here and complete this seat part. One is going to go up here and create a whole big shelf on the back. One is going to go in the front, finish out that seat. Next, for the bottom, you're gonna need 21.5-inch 2x2s and then 6 of your 2x1s. And we're basically gonna create the seat part where you're gonna sit down. We're gonna put the 2x2 here on the side, 3/4 of an inch down from the top of the side. You want it positioned all the way to the front of your chair. So then your 1x2s become what you're gonna sit on, and we're just gonna nail them in with some 1.5-inch brad nails. Okay, so for the last piece, it's the backrest. I didn't want it to be straight up. I wanted to kind of like relax and lay back on it. So it's gonna be at a little bit of an angle. So you're gonna need your 2x3 pieces. So you've got 4 at 19.5 and then 2 of them at 18.25. In the 19.5 ones, you need to put pocket holes on each side. Your 2 shorter ones are gonna go on each side, like that. And then your longer ones with the pocket holes are going to go voila and put it together. So I'm gonna plug all of these holes in the back so it makes a really good finish. I'm just gonna use these pocket hole plugs and then just a little bit of wood glue. Last step, attach the backrest and we are done. I'm so happy all the measurements worked. So now I'm just going to prep the chairs for staining by using a wood filler. For stain, I'm using a exterior stain in Canyon Brown. With Romeo's help, we got all of it stained. Oh man, it was a big job, but they're so beautiful and so rich in color. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, so now we need to make the cushion covers. And the great thing about using existing cushions is that you can pretty much use the outside of this and the cover that's already on here as a pattern or a template to cut your new fabric out. If that isn't an option, like for instance, the top part of these existing cushions that I have isn't the shape that I need it. This isn't how I want it. So I am going to have to measure exactly how tall, how wide, how deep I want the kind of back cushion, and just use the stuffing that's in here as the stuffing. I got this beautiful Sunbrella fabric. It's a little bit of ashy off-white. It's perfect for outside. And also you're gonna wanna put a zipper in these. Most of the time when you go to the upholstery place, they're gonna have zippers by the yard, and then they just come with the zipper pulls. So for the bottom cushion, here are all of the measurements that I needed for my specific sized cushion. And this is including 1/2 inch seam allowance on all of the pieces. And then for the backrest cushion, these are the measurements, also with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once you have all of your pieces cut and you're ready to go, this is going to be a very quick and efficient how to sew your cushions. So to start with your zipper, the easiest way of all of my fashion design schooling that I know how to do a zipper is to grab the 2 pieces that are for the zipper side of your cushion, open up the stitching to as large as it can go. On my machine, it's number 4. You want to stitch those together along the seam allowance at 1/2 inch and then press it down with an iron. So you're opening up that seam allowance. If you're using by the yard zipper, you want to cut the zipper to the exact length piece of material. Lay that down upside down on your fabric right in between that seam and pin it. Make sure to turn your seam stitch length back to a normal size 2. And using a different type of foot, the zipper foot, on my machine it's letter E, and you're going to stitch the zipper all the way around. Undo that first stitch that you just sewed to keep the fabric together while you did the zipper. Split the zipper apart and then put the zipper pull on it. Voila! Zipper 101. And then it's just a matter of sewing all of the pieces together. So I'm going to start with one of the sides, sewing those together, and then shoving in the cushion insert. It's like really in there earlier. One cushion down, 3 more to go. I'm even gonna sew little ties on the bottoms of all of them so that I can actually tie it to the chair so that they don't fly away when the wind blows and then just blow away all my hard work. Okay, so I did a little shopping. I got some more fun kind of accessories and decor and furniture items from Walmart to really make this space a little updated and not so, you know, that you can't sit on it. And then we're gonna bring the chairs out here and I can't wait to see what they look like in this space. Cushions fit like a glove. So in the afternoon, our patio gets tons of light when the sun comes above the building. It's so bright. So I felt like something that we really needed was a little bit of shade. So I got a really beautiful umbrella and picked up this umbrella stand from, it was actually a really good price at Walmart. Heavy. Super cute small outdoor side table at Walmart. I thought it was like a really pretty kind of match for this. I don't need something huge out here, just something maybe to set a drink down on. So cute. This wall underneath our window bothers me so much. It's just like blank and then it has this weird non-functioning little door. I'm thinking maybe for like a future kind of update and addition to our patio is to kind of build like a potted trellis, maybe like some beautiful flowers or something. I need to brush up on my green thumb skills because I'm not sure which plants do that, but like a trellis here, just shorter than the window, but to cover that wall would be really beautiful. But another day, another project. For now, I got some really cool black pot. Felt like a black accent out here would be really pretty with this like light kind of wooden look. Over here to just give it a little bit of character for now. And I see these all the time in LA. I think they're called like sticks on fire plant. And I just thought that it was such a cool kind of accent color. We have so much green happening in our patio that I felt like we needed a little bit of yellow. We could repot some of these guys for the plants and it would kind of like fill this area and then we could do a trellis. Also, I have been dying for like a little herb garden. Something really simple, but I don't know how to grow herbs, but I really want to try. I think Desi Perkins is like really influencing me with her Perkins produce. Since we were kind of bringing in some black accents, I felt that was going to be really pretty. Look how cute these are. I felt like they were the perfect kind of pattern for out here too. Look how pretty they are. Probably gonna have to sew some like little ties on these too so that they don't like fly away, or maybe take them in when we're not out here. Also, another thing that we do not have out here at night is lighting. I was thinking about getting some solar powered string lights for out here, maybe from the tree or something, but I have to order those specifically for this area. So I'm gonna ask my landlord if we can put some lights out here because I'll have to attach them. And so in the meantime, I got this from Walmart too. It's like a little lantern and it goes with our black and it's battery powered. So I feel like it's a little bit of light, but at least you can see where you're going here. Can I interest you in a cold glass of iced tea lemonade, Mr. Cameraman? So I hope you guys enjoyed my patio makeover. Oh, it's such an improvement getting rid of that dilapidated furniture, and maybe we can even con our landlord into getting us some nice new chairs for that mosaic tiled little bistro table that we have out here. But I think I've done my tenant duties. And if you did like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up below, and definitely check out HART Tools if you're doing projects like this or just everyday projects around your house, hanging photos. You guys know that I'm always doing some kind of project. Their tools come in so helpful at such a great price, so check them out. The link for more info will be in the description box below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I post DIY, home decor, room makeover projects every Sunday, so definitely hit the subscribe button below, and I will see you guys next Sunday. In the meantime, I'm gonna be here enjoying my iced tea. Bye guys. I just want some of the